Hello, Mustang Nation. Matt Carnes, Grapevine Booster here for Week 6 of the Coach Mike Alexander Show, Team 101 season. Special thanks to Kim Assad for sponsoring again this year. We got Coach Mike Alexander with us here. And Coach, senior night was quite interesting. You said it was going to be interesting. You said they had some players with some wheels, and they delivered.
It was entertaining for sure, and I had a feeling it would be. I'd watched too much video and knew the type of athletes they had that carried the football for them, and I knew that their coaching staff was doing a really good job. I could both sides of the ball. They're a sound football team, and they're not your typical what everybody wants to like to say Fort Worth team. They're a complete package, and I think that the more I watched them, the more I grew to respect them as a team, and we're happy to get out of there with a win for sure.
Well, it was tough. Obviously a big night for the seniors to get that win. But before we go into the details of that game and all the things that happened on Thursday night, let's talk about the sub-varsities and what kind of week they had.
Oh, they had a good week. We were able to move to 6-0 with our JV blue team and 5-1 with our JV red team, and both of them played really well and continue to show improvement. The freshmen were off last week, and so they were open. That was kind of their open week, and so we're looking forward to getting them back on the field this week.
Well, that's good. It's going to be interesting to see where the young teams are coming up, because it looks like the future's bright for the Grapevine program, as you say a lot.
It is, and big week this week for our JV, because our JV red team gets to come back home for the first time since September. They haven't had a home game in like 6 weeks. So for all the parents, I heard you. I found a home game. Enjoy it. So we're anxious to get our Mustangs back home.
Well, the exciting thing with the success you're having there is you got a lot of young kids on the varsity team now, so they're just getting a lot of good reps. But let's go back and talk about Thursday night, senior night. It was fun to be on the field with Jake. It was a little bit of a different approach. I kept waiting for us to line up and do what we've done in the past. I guess I'm a creature of habit, even though I've done it one time. Yeah. But having to spread out amongst the field was a little bit different. I wasn't, I missed a memo somewhere. Thank goodness Teresa was paying attention. But the game started off. Y'all got down 17-7. Of course, Parker Polk blasted one to get right back into it on the first kickoff return and showed what he can do.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of fireworks offensively in the first half for the Mustangs. We came out really flat offensively and defensively. Just weren't making any plays on third down. We'd win first and second down, and next thing you know, they're moving the chains. And so yeah, I mean, even at 17-7, I wasn't ever worried, because I knew that it's a 4-quarter game. More times than not, the better team wins a 4-quarter football game. That's why we play the whole thing out. And so I just knew that at some point we were going to flip the switch and start executing on offense. And I just hoped that defensively we could get enough stops along the way to give our offense a chance. And thankfully Savion had a big night, and he accounted for 2 of those stops with his interceptions, and then Keaton Courtney got a 3rd interception. So, I mean, we were able to get enough stops throughout the night to help our offense get back on track, and thankfully we had a big 3rd quarter.
Well, you did come out strong. Speaking of Parker Polk, though, he's going to get to be the special teams player of the week.
Sure, yeah.
Which means he gets to go to Texas Gun Experience and empty out a machine gun clip. So that's going to be a fun thing. Congratulations on that, Parker. So you're down 17-7, you go to halftime 17-7, and then you get a 31-17 lead. So it looks like things have flipped around. 24 unanswered points, things are going your way. But those kids did not back down. They did not quit.
No, they we had to play the whole second half, and then it came down to having to get a sack last play of the game. Golly, but yeah, credit to them for never stopping and playing it all out, and credit to our kids for finding a way to win.
Well, number 7 and number 4 It was amazing. They could just gain 8, 9, 10 yards, and it looked like it was the fastest play ever. I mean, they were so fast, so quick. Caleb Ollison is a name we're probably going to hear about for a while.
Yep.
I would think that is going to be a Saturday player coming up. That kid's special.
He's special. I grabbed him after the game, and I just congratulated him on a well played game, and just encouraged him and told him, you got a lot to you, and just keep leading your team well, and all your dreams will come true. Just stick with it, because I really think he's a true competitor.
Well, he was impressive, but there towards the end of the game, I know you can only say so much about this particular play and not get in trouble by certain people, but you're up with, I think you might have even had a 10-point lead at the time, maybe it was just a touchdown, but you had that crazy play where the ball gets snapped, they're offsides, Max got hit late, turns out to be an interception. What was your thinking at that point in time when that play goes down?
It's one of those deals where if we get a first down, the game's over.
Right.
They had one timeout left at the moment, and I think there's at the time I believe there was like 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock.
About that.
And so we're going to freeze. We're going to try and draw them off sides, and Jason knows. If he catches them in the neutral zone, snap the ball, and at that point now we're gonna take a shot.
Free play.
Assuming we have free play. Well, didn't have free play. Quarterback left the ball inside. Don't leave the ball inside. Put the ball either out of bounds or give our guy only a shot at it. And so, unfortunately, they get the ball back. They intercept it with decent field position. Get the ball back, and now they've got a timeout and a little less than 2 minutes left in the game and the ball. So defense, one more time. You've had a big second half. Done a good job, held them to one score in the second half. Let's go out and get the final stop and win the game. And Aiden Cassidy, came through and got a sack there.
Yeah, it was huge. It was 4th and 10, and he came right up the middle, got a hold of the quarterback. But you're kind of sweating bullets when that play happened, and we caught him off guards. I just immediately said, "Ball game."
Yeah.
And we all thought it was ball game, and suddenly, next thing you know, we're playing defense. So it didn't go the way we thought it would. But Aiden, good job on getting through at the end of that. That was really impressive. And the scary thing is with Caleb Ollison back there, he can score from anywhere on the field at any time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, we've had a good year of in terms of playing some tighter games. We've been on both ends of it. The Byron Nelson game, one score game, we're trying to come back from behind to take it over. Then you have the Northwest that was back and forth the whole game, and then ends up a one score game in our favor. And then this game, had a 2-score lead late, and had to make some plays to hold on to it. So we've figured out ways to win, in all different fashion this year. I know as sometimes a lot of moms and dads would rather it be more decisive, but
I'm not going to apologize. I don't like close games.
Yeah, but from a head coach, I think it's important that your guys are in those situations, because especially when you get in the playoffs, you shouldn't have a bunch of blowouts. Every game's going to be nip and tuck, and you got to find a way to come back from behind or hang on.
Right.
And so it's been good in that regard.
Yeah. There's no question. It's been good. So that's going to help the team going forward. Well, let's talk about this week. It's a big week. We've got homecoming coming up, and actually, before we do that, let's go look at some highlights of the game before I forget.
Yeah, well, we have
put together some good highlights.
Put together about 12 clips. The first one I put up here, and it's nothing super special other than just want to highlight Braxton Russell and our kickoff cover unit. That we've had some issues with our kickoff cover unit in the past over the season, but they're doing a really phenomenal job. We average pinning Southwest on the 19-yard line, on the night, so that was a huge deal. And then our kickoff return unit turned around and took this one to the house. New kickoff return that we've been working for about 3 weeks now. I had not run it in a game until right here, and first time we do it live, we crease them, and everybody, so many guys did a great job. Elijah Steele getting a great block with Lincoln Lawler on a double team, and then you had guys like Liam Hamway just working their tail off and getting their blocks. So huge thing to see a group of guys on a kickoff return unit, come together and get something accomplished like that. Then we go play the game at that point, and it doesn't go our way for a large majority of the time. And then enter Savion Shockley, helping get the offense back in gear, getting a stop. That's what we talked about on the sideline a lot. Look, we're going to have to create more opportunities for our offense. And then this was after a timeout. Southwest got in a funky punt formation that we hadn't seen before. With number 7 back there, at the punter, I decided to take a timeout and make sure we were, going to play this thing safe and not, honestly, the goal was to go out and keep eyes on him, make sure we played it safe and didn't give up a big conversion. We went ahead and went block with the down 4, and we were going to spy with everybody else. And heck, if Tyler Mears doesn't slip through there and block another one just like he did last week. So that's 2 weeks in a row. Big sophomore, number 37, Tyler Mears has got a block. Right after this, coming out after halftime, we got the ball first, Matt, and I just knew we were going to go down and score and get the momentum going, in our favor. Well, heck, we go 3 and out, and I'm like, goodness gracious. Defense steps up. That's the first play of the second half defensively. Mason Shimkus getting a big hit on the running back, and then Jack Yarbrough, second down, big tackle for loss. So that's 2 plays in a row we've gone tackle for loss. And then on third down, Savion Shockley comes out of nowhere, intercepts the ball, and Mustangs, not only do we get a stop, but we get a turnover, get the ball back to the offense really, really quick. First play after the turnover, they had a penalty, moved it down a little bit further. First play after the turnover, Caleb Tejada pops a little inside zone play down to the 2 or 3. Then we come back, very next play, run inside zone again, touchdown. And that made it 17-17, and then we started playing some football after that. One more interception for Keegan Courtney to keep the momentum going for the Mustangs. And then offensively, did our job, punched it in a couple more times. Caleb Tejada making a couple guys miss.
He's unbelievable.
We just got to get him the ball in space, right?
You can't catch him.
Yeah, that's it.
You can be there, you just can't get him.
And then this is the last play of the game, and it's 4th and 10, and they get an empty, scariest thing ever, see the best player on the field standing back there by himself, knowing that he's going to throw it or he's going to run it, and so we decided to rush 3, and we're going to play coverage and not give up the big play. And first time all night, they single blocked Aiden Cassidy and on a pass pro, and Aiden makes a play, and Mustangs win.
It's a good job not to grab a face mask on that one too,
Yeah.
because that would have changed things. But good job on that one, Aiden. Good job coming through there. So that leads us from senior night to homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Got a bunch of stuff coming up this week. Let's talk about homecoming week, and then we'll talk about the homecoming game.
Number one, Mustangs' job is football team's job is to win the game. That I alluded to that in my letter to the parents that I sent out yesterday, and that'll be the message that the boys will hear from me. Homecoming's great. We have a fantastic alumni base. They expect us to go and they expect to have a good time, enjoy a good game, and they expect the Mustangs to win. Well, our role in that is to win the game. So we will take part in all the festivities, but primarily we have to keep in mind that our job is to prepare really well this week because our fans deserve it. They deserve to show up to homecoming and see the Mustangs play well and us win. So that's going to be the number one thing.
Well, that's going to be interesting. Hopefully we'll have a homecoming meal. You got Breakfast of Champions coming back.
Yeah, man, I just felt like there's so many things, so many great things that our boys get to experience as being a varsity football player in at Grapevine High School, and COVID's made us miss out on a lot of this stuff.
Absolutely.
And I probably didn't realize how much value a lot of these things have in our program until you take them away. I got a sense a couple weeks ago that, football for us was kind of heading down a path where it felt more like a rec league than Grapevine High School football. And part of that is just the separation we've had from the school, from our parents, our boosters, from everybody. We just go to practice as coaches and players, and we go to games and we play, then we go back to the locker room, and we don't have this interaction. So I just decided, we can do this safely. We can come up in the morning on Friday. Dads can come up. We can go outside, set the boys down in their stools outside, put the masks on. We can hear a great message from somebody in the community, and the dads can be there just to show the players that we're still here. What you do is important. We value you. We believe in you, and I think it's going to help our boys, down the road. So Breakfast of Champions is back. Dads, hope to see you guys there at 7:15 at Mustang Panther Stadium. We'll go outside. We'll find a spot and bring some breakfast for yourself and your son and some of his friends, and we'll have a good time.
Well, let's talk about the game coming up for homecoming. Then we'll go back and talk about the DNA trace from the previous week. But you got a team coming in this week. Another one of those Fort Worth schools that are on the uprise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Northside. The Steelers are coming in. They're 5-0.
5-0. Saw some tweet, I guess yesterday maybe. First time since 1946 that they're 5-0. So they're riding high. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're a very senior-heavy team. I think 9 of their 11 starters on offense are seniors, and they have a Virginia Tech commit at receiver that also plays running back, also plays quarterback at times. So they have a similar kid to number 7, on their team, and they'll find ways to get him the ball. A lot of different ways to get him the ball. And got a big challenge ahead, but we're excited, and it's good. It's good to play good people this time of year.
It is, and those guys. Congratulations on the Fort Worth district for picking it up and having a lot of good football over there this year. All right, let's talk about the DNA trade for the week.
Okay.
Got a lot of good ones here.
Yeah, so start off with Aiden Cassidy. Wanted to award Aiden with the Compete Award. Playing nose guard's a dirty business, and getting down in there, down in, down out. Don't get your name called a whole lot. Keep competing, and then right at the last play of the game, you keep staying with it, and all of a sudden you get your shot. So good job, Aiden. Congratulations for the Compete Award. Went with Drake Beckwith on discipline, our big left tackle. We challenged him going into this game with a lot of little minor details of his game that he needed to pay attention to and improve and be more disciplined in, and he did that. So congratulations, Drake, on being our Discipline DNA Player of the Week. Family went to our seniors. Wanted to honor all of our seniors for just taking this COVID stuff in stride and saying, like, all the little things we've had to not be able to take part in are secondary to being a part of a group of guys. And so our family award goes to our seniors for Team 101. And then I think this guy's pretty much floats through our DNA awards every week. Ben Garrett got our Fight Award. Ben did a lot of things that people don't see, blocking, fighting for extra yards. Just he's our guy on offense. When nothing else is there, let's find a way to get the ball to Ben, and he's done a good job with that. Tough award went to Mason Shimkus. Mason's in the middle. He had a tough job all night, mirroring number 7. Did a lot of good things that some of them went unnoticed. Like a lot of players on defense, a lot of times you do your job and nobody sees it. But Mason's a tough guy, and anybody that follows Grapevine football knows that. So Mason got our tough award. And then lastly, we gave the Attitude Award to Savion Shockley because Shockley, he's at the mindset of he doesn't care, who's lined up in front of him, who the quarterback is. He's just going to stand up there and have the attitude of, I'm going to compete, and I'm up for this challenge. And he was right on time last week with 2 big picks, 1 more pass breakup, and he's kind of leading the way in our secondary right now with production.
I didn't see the whole story, but part of the attitude with him has to come in from taking that shot out of bounds after that interception and not retaliate.
Yeah, Savion's got a cool head about him. He's a fun kid to coach. Really is. You can coach him really hard, and he hears the words, not the tone, and he doesn't let little things get to him. He'll get back in there and compete the next play, and so he's definitely a guy that we've really enjoyed being in the field house this year.
Well, he was a big impact the other night, so congratulations on that, Savion. So it's homecoming week, Breakfast of Champions 7:15 at the stadium Friday morning. Game time 7 o'clock Friday night. Looking forward to seeing you there, and go Mustangs.